was one of those days. So fortunate, lucky to have been invited by a friend of ours, a business mogul, a mentor to so many people who started their business, an entrepreneur, very daring man, just to capture his story. And so this is the first exclusive interview ever in that capacity, in his own capacity. Akiwa nyumbani, chill out. We just share his dreams and ambitions. It's amazing. I don't want to see the journey he has taken. I remember the last time nilikuwa kwa hii barabara, at that time you couldn't see any tall building. Now buildings are coming up. When you've achieved so much, what are you supposed to do? There's one question I want to ask him is, are you still dreaming? So I heard he's still building a house. Okay. And of course, he went through such a difficult time some 2-3 months ago. How is he coping? His children, his passion. Does he still dance? His collection of cars. Just him, the person, his children, anyone taking up after him?
I'm Chris Kirubi, a businessman in Nairobi. I was born in Rift Valley, a place around Naivasha Lake. I went to Naivasha Primary School, and of course after that I went to Kijabi, and after that I went to Nyanza. I went to Kolanya, I went to Kamusinga. My growing up was very dramatic because I was sponsored in school. But for me, I had very little confidence of my home. When I go on leave, I had to go several times to various friends of mine. And I believe that I was kind of a man who was brought up by many people because a lot of people sympathized with me. I have a brother who is a PhD holder, and he's a professor in one of the universities.
The man you see before you, Dr. Chris Kirubi, is a man who put his ambitions aside, stopped his progress in education, for first of all to take care of his brothers and his sisters. Napoleon said once, when he was boasting about what he has done for France, after it had failed so many revolutions, he said, "Remember, France, I picked you from the gutter with my sword." And I think that's what Chris did for me. He picked me from the gutter with his sword and concentrated in educating me, I think from standard 3 to my PhD level in America. So many places I've been. Chris is the one who made it possible. And all our family, Chris has played a role in educating. He's somebody with a passion for education. You can go to him wanting money for this and that, but he might tell you, go and make your money. But you go there and you say, I want money for education. You say, how much? And right away you get it.
I became the first African director of Harvard University. They called me from my office here in Nairobi. They told me they wanted me to be among the advisors of the president. I said, are you sure you want me? And they said yes. I'm very happy that I went to school there because when I got sick, I also went to a Harvard hospitals, and they all knew who I was and they all looked after me. and they were very, very, very nice. I developed a culture of supporting other people, and I support young people because you can be the best man in the country, but you have a history of poverty, but that should not deter you. You should continue and believe that impossible can be possible. And that is what I developed myself, because I knew I'll get somewhere and I'll do something and I'll create jobs. And that's what I do these days. In the process, I make some money, but money is not the real thing. My real thing is how much do I support other people, how many schools we've developed, and how many scholarships we give out to the young people. I grew up enjoying life like everybody else, but I was always very focused in where I'm going. Anytime I got a job, I did the best I could. And I got promoted and promoted. At a very early age, I became a very senior person in a company. I wish all the young people can focus in developing their talent and being very focused in what they do, what role they are playing in any organization, because that is the key to success. I keep on remembering that working hard never kills, but it pays. So I developed a culture of working all the time. I have an ambition that I'll be somebody one day. When I climb one mountain, I believe I have another 2 steps to climb. So I never give up. I never rest that I reach the top, because the mountain top is still there to climb. So I believe that the life is a challenge. And if you want to be successful, never feel you have reached the top. Continue climbing the mountains, because that is the way you can keep your talent and your opportunities growing. So I believe I ask the young people, they should continue climbing the mountain, because you never reach the top. What drives me is my ambition to achieve my goals and to work hard. I continue to work hard. I continue to develop myself. I continue to work in many organizations. I'm a director, I'm a chairman, I'm deputy chairman of many companies. And I don't believe I've reached the top. I read a lot. I feel I have achieved communicating with young people.
When I graduated, I was looking for an opportunity. The first opportunity I got was to join then Sn10 called ICDCI. I joined as an intern, and the works I was assigned was as a clerk in the filing room. So I started off with filing duties and minor accounting duties. And that's where my life began. I then used to do a lot of volunteer work. I used to do work that nobody else wanted to do. Offer to look after properties, look after investments. And it was on the course of that interaction that I came to work closely with Chris. He was still a member of the board, even at that time. And we started working together closely at that time. Then I was an investment manager, and we worked very closely on a number of investments that we did. So he's somebody I'm personally very proud to work with, to call my friend. Is actually a mentor, almost like a father to me, given that we've been together for more than 20 years. He's a family friend, a grandfather to my children. I got married when we were here together with him. And so it's a journey we've walked together. We've had many ups, many opportunities, many things we've done. We've had many challenges, but there's nobody better to go through a challenge with, because of the courage and the conviction he has. and the optimism and the very, very positive mindset that he retains. I recall when he was unwell, I went to visit him in the US, and at that time he was quite unwell. And what surprised me is that he asked me to bring him designs of his house that he was constructing, because he wanted to go through them, he wanted to select his tiles, he wanted to select his finishes. And that's what we spent time doing. So he's a man who does not feel sorry for himself. He's a man who lives in the present. He's a man who does not, you'll not hear him complaining. I've never heard him complain about anything. For me, Chris is a warm person, a generous person, a person who is full of life, loves people, a go-getter, a networker, a person who has a very unique way of looking at life. You'll be in a board meeting and he'll make a very fundamental point and you wonder how come all 10 of us had not seen it that way. Comfortable in his own skin. You can be in a meeting anywhere in the world with very important people, but he's very courageous. He'll stand up, he'll speak your point. He does not care whether you all disagree with him. He'll put his point across in a very forceful manner. But he's not just a speaker, he's a doer of deeds. He's a man who will go out there and he will implement. And he'll also put his money where his mouth is, and he will get things to happen. I just wish this world had more Chris Kirubis. If you think about the lives that he has touched directly and indirectly, they're in the millions. So I think we're all very privileged and blessed to have Chris in our lives and for us to be part of his journey.
To the world.
Wow, you have a beautiful place. Very, very beautiful place. Yeah?
Is it like Ukambani?
Not like Ukamani. Where do you get green grass?
Ukambani you don't get. It's dust now.
Yeah. But once it rains,
Then you have floods.
yeah, we have floods.
My neighbor next door
Yeah.
used to be this guy who sings My Home is in Kenya.
Oh, Roger Whittaker.
Roger Whittaker.
Yeah.
That was the home was just at my border here.
Okay.
He used to come here and see me.
You've hosted everyone.
Cliff Richard, I've been here. I've had all these people.
Yeah.
I've had this guy who is competing with Donald Trump,
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
He's been here.
And now
Yeah.
I have the most popular man on site.
Churchill is here. I have something very special for you.
Is
A
it?
very small surprise. I'm sure you're gonna like that. Before we
Okay.
talk about radio. Now,
Okay.
actually, it's very short. I needed to know about this guy.
You got it, my friend.
I need to know about this guy.
This
Tell
guy.
me about this guy as a young man, because I know you love the youth.
This guy used to be not only very active,
Yeah.
but very handsome.
He is handsome still.
And the young ladies couldn't keep out. They were like meat and the fly.
Yes.
But it's nice to think of the past
Yeah.
as an area that gave me an opportunity to work very hard.
Tell me.
I worked very hard.
You did. You have, and
Yes.
congratulations.
Yes.
So when was this? When was this picture taken? This young Kenyan.
These guys
Yeah.
maybe 30 years ago,
Yeah. Where was this?
20 something.
Yeah.
Here in Kenya.
Yeah. What were you doing at this time? Because already you have a suit. You look polished. Had you finished your school?
I had finished my school,
Yeah.
but even from the school,
From
I
Harvard.
learned how to dress up.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I went to Harvard,
Yeah.
because Harvard does not take you if you have not finished
Yeah.
5 years, 6 years of work experience.
Yeah.
And that is the only time you can access Harvard.
Yeah.
But it's my youth. It's my youth.
What kind of music were you listening to back then?
I had Roger Whittaker, I had Cliff Richard,
Yes.
I had most of the music.
Yeah.
I was very good in music.
Yeah.
Even it forced me eventually to buy Capitol. Yeah.
How did that happen, by the way?
I loved the music.
Yeah.
And then when Capitol opportunity came,
Yes.
I did not think twice.
Yeah.
While others were bargaining,
Yeah.
me, I went in and said, I paid the amount they wanted.
Full.
Full amount, finished.
And you automatically became a DJ.
I became the owner.
Yeah.
Of course, I changed the music
Yeah.
immediately.
Mm.
But old ladies in Karen
Yeah.
said, why do you come to spoil our station?
Yeah.
We know you are rich, but how do you change our station?
Yeah.
Simply, the music they liked
Yeah.
was not going with the youth.
Yes.
And for me, I was looking, where is the population?
Yes.
The population was the youth.
Yes. And talking about the youth, I understand you've been really inspired a lot of people. Lupita Nyong'o.
Her mother was great friend,
Yeah.
and the father still is my friend.
Yeah.
A young is a gentleman.
He is.
But Lupita was a great woman, and
Yeah.
I wish her a lot of luck because she's more wealthy than I am.
I know.
yes. And more famous.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if I had gone to the film industry,
Hollywood.
maybe I would have competed with her. But
you're doing well.
you cannot be everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is this you see in young men that you can see a talent in a young man? You know?
You know, the young people
Yeah.
is like harvesting young fruits,
Yeah.
which takes time to ripen.
Yeah.
That is one thing. But the other thing, they are convertible.
Yeah.
They are ready to learn,
Yeah.
and they are good. My life is with the young people. I employ young people.
Mo wants to bring some water. It's all right. Bring.
I tell you the story about Mo. Mo was not introduced by anybody to my house or to my office. This guy, he came from the church.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he charmed my security at the gate.
Yes.
He came in. I don't know how he managed. Then I heard somebody ringing the bell.
Yeah.
And I came to open the bell.
Yeah.
And there was this young man
Yeah.
with a lot of medals all over.
Yeah.
I said, who are you?
Yeah.
He said, I'm Brian Moore. What do you want? I want to meet you, sir. Where do you come from? I'm from Makweni. Yeah. I've never been to Makweni. I said, what do you want? I just want to meet you, sir. I would like to work for you. But you know the office, you should come on Monday. No, but I prayed to my God and he sent me to you. That man, I told him, come in. We sat together. By the time he left here, I had made up my mind. I'm going to hire the guy.
Wow.
I don't know whether the guy had some charm of some kind.
From Mukambani.
From Mukambani.
How's your daughter doing?
Marianne is okay.
Yeah.
She's now the MD of my factory,
Yeah.
of my company, Hako Industry.
Yeah.
So my only problem is dealing with your daughter as an MD.
What is the challenge?
The challenge is maybe she doesn't fear me as much as if I had hired from outside.
Yeah.
And she argues with me. But on the other hand, she's very smart.
Yeah.
She's very dedicated to work.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky. She's She's very much like me.
And where's your son?
He's in Brussels.
Yeah.
He works for DHL.
Okay.
The fellow, I think he earns a lot of money, and a job we give him here, he says it's a joke.
Yeah.
So I tell him to take his time.
Yeah.
He will eventually come back to Kenya.
Yeah.
And he gains some experience on his own.
Yeah. That's all right.
He's very senior.
Yeah.
He's a regional director of the whole of the world
Wow.
with DHL,
Yeah.
and he travels a lot.
Yeah.
So I see myself in my son.
When you're this young,
Yeah.
am I killing you with this?
I don't know.
If you were to get, if God was to give us grace to go back, what will you do? Will you be the copycat of your son? Will you be traveling all over the world like him?
I'll cover the world. But you seem to like this picture.
I
very
love
much.
it. I love this one picture.
You like the guy. You better introduce him to some Kamba women.
I should, by the way. You know what one of my cameramen said? He's a lawyer. He said, if he was to be put in your shoes, he'll be having like 5 wives around here. Then he'll have so many children playing all over.
That is an economic empowerment of Luya community.
Yeah.
The more wives you have,
Yeah.
the more you have on the high table.
Yeah.
This issue of marrying one wife is a missionary thing.
Yeah.
It's really not our way to handle the population. The population of women is bigger than the men.
Yeah.
So we don't like our ladies just going anywhere and nobody taking care of them. So for me, I like the Luyas. I like their characters. They totally are that most friendly. If you go to a Luya home, they kill the chicken before you sit down.
Yeah. True that.
And before you know what is happening,
Yeah.
there is Mount Elgon in front of you. There is Ugali, you cannot see the other side.
Yes.
And until you eaten, they don't let you out.
Yeah. It's true.
I went to school very early on in Kamsinga.
Kamsinga, yeah. You didn't get nekesa from there
No, for me,
at that time.
marrying was not an issue. I wanted to learn. I wanted to get the education. And I was very obedient. I was a very, very quiet boy.
No, there's something you said,
Yeah.
You've always taken marriage a bit slowly, just like you.
Marriage is enslavement. You have to be careful. You have to agree to go into slavery, to go to a jail, but not to go in to taste it and get out.
Yeah.
No. It is a permanent affair. You are jailed for life.
Wow. The church will come for you.
Even you have not gone to jail.
I think I'm already there. I'm serving my time. Yeah.
But
it is it's
if
something.
you marry a good woman, it's such a pleasure.
Yeah.
But there are some women, it's like they first went to the army
Yeah.
before you married them. Because they are full of fighting mood.
Yeah.
They are always fighting.
Yeah.
So it is luck.
Yeah.
If you are lucky,
Yeah.
you get such a nice wife.
Yeah. Because you have to be lucky.
You have to be. God has to bless you.
Yeah.
But if you are not lucky,
Yeah.
Jesus, you regret.
And you can't come out.
And you are in jail.
What is
This-
special about Uganda?
The
And their
Ugandans,
women.
the Ugandans, they are not as many as we are. But they have more hospitality than we have. The Ugandan woman will sit down, she will come to unlock my shoes
Yes.
when you get back home.
Yeah.
She'll be asking you, how was your office?
Yeah.
How was your journey to home?
Yes.
Everything, and the food is ready.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go out,
Yeah.
she is dressing you to go out. Ah! Yes, yes, yes. You never fight with them.
Yeah. Ugandan women.
They are very, they are very polite. They are very polite. Let me tell you, if you have never experienced, you better go to Uganda and go with one-way ticket. You may never come back.
If you had gone back, if you had gone to Uganda when at this age, chances are.
Yeah. Takwagala nyo sibo.
Banange. Then what's the problem with our Kenyan ladies? Because they're saying they're not getting the right men to marry them. We don't have men.
The trouble,
Mr. Rights are not around.
the Kenyan women have their own quality. If you want to get rich, you marry a good Kenyan woman.
Yeah.
If she's not noise making, she will make you money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it's an inheritance we have. Each area, they have their own characteristic. The Ugandans are trained how to look after home, how to look after men.
Yeah.
What the Bible says, marry in sickness, in happiness, in what?
Yeah.
In daytime, in nighttime,
Yeah.
you belong to this one. So they don't give you a choice.
It becomes very complicated.
It doesn't become complicated as long as you appreciate being in jail.
That jail story. Now I need. I feel like now I'm in jail. Okay, now I need us to go for a break. When we come back, I need us to talk about the car, your car, and about your dreams and God. When we come back, don't go away with the only CEO is a DJ right here in this beautiful, beautiful residence. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. We normally say we'll be right back.
We'll be right back after the break.
Yeah, great. Don't go away.
To the world.
He can see things, even when you have an idea, he can see far beyond that idea. So if he thinks it's good, he'll let you run with it without all the sort of headaches of paperwork and presentation. And if he thinks it's bad, he'll tell you there and then, that's a rubbish idea. And that'll be the end of that. One of his other unique skill sets is he allows leaders to grow. I think pretty much every paper knows how wealthy he is, yet he's still hustling.
One thing I totally adore about Chairman is his passion for work. He is a dreamer. He still dreams every single day. One of my favorite quotes that he mentions on several occasions on interviews, and when the youth approach him and ask him, why are you still going? He says, I'm still going because I'm still going. There is no limitation to where he wants to be. To us, that is a very big challenge, because if somebody meets him, you might just assume, no, he's made it in life. What else would he want? When you walk into his car park garage in the house, you have every kind of car, name it. People get there and they get excited. And so you ask him, Chairman, why do you buy another car after another car? And he says the favorite quote is, let my problem be where I can park the cars. Let money not be the problem to why I cannot own the cars. It says a lot. You do not have a limitation to your capabilities and possibilities. You keep on dreaming. Even when you think you're there and you've reached there, you continue dreaming and chasing your goals.
It doesn't give you the hope to be a leader, but rather he empowers you and gives you what you require so as to be able to achieve your goals. We've nicknamed him Father Abraham, and the reason why we have nicknamed him so is because he's the father to many nations. You come to Sn10, you'll find he mentors so many youth, both youth from Kenya and even from abroad. And even whenever they see photos of you with him, people just respond and, you know, they just give you positive energy. And that's why we nicknamed him Father Abraham of this generation.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. Beautiful. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. Well done, well done, well done. And here we have some. I brought you some gift here.
Oh.
So you share your.
Ah.
Yeah. This is a new
my earphone.
Pace Focus.
It's my earphone.
You're the first one to get those ones.
Face focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, amazing sound. Because you're the only DJ.
These are my,
the only
in the house I listen to
You're
this.
the only DJ in the house. Who's the who's the CEO? That's your kind of music. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Do you have friends? Who are your friends? Who do you call when you're in this beautiful space of yours? Wacha nipigie nani?
My friends are many,
No,
many.
give me
many.
just three.
My friends are workmates.
Okay. You very active. I have to commend you. You tweet yourself.
Hey.
And you do everything yourself.
I have over 2 million people who follow me every day.
You're bigger than most
over
celebrities
2
I know.
million people.
2 million. Following CK.
Now, you sitting here with me,
Yeah.
I'm just adding numbers to you. You are not giving me any numbers.
You already have the numbers.
I have the numbers. Can only give you the numbers.
Yeah, some few.
some numbers.
A few numbers. Our good friend, the late Bob Collymore, God rest his soul in eternal peace.
He was in my house here.
Yeah, you gave a very moving tribute to Bob. And
Bob was my friend, a very good friend. He used to come here and advise me, don't go to the public domain. But he was doing it because he was an employee. He had to appear in his office. He had to go to meetings.
So when you got his news about his passing,
where were you? I was shocked. I was here. I've been in my house all the time.
Had you just come back from the hospital?
Oh, I was here. I even attended the funeral.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was that? I was in church. Yeah.
How was that when they?
It's terrible. I have his photograph in my room, in my bedroom up there. Bob was with me. He's a
Yes. Now, if I could take you back, because he stayed for a while in the hospital, just like you. What was going through your mind? Because you seem a lot might have changed. What is the one thing that came into your mind? What was the biggest lesson?
The biggest lesson was how many things I had outstanding, I had not completed before I died. Because I did not believe I would recover. So I was blaming myself for not attending to all the issues I was figuring in my head.
But you have achieved so much.
No,
already.
I have not achieved anything. When I achieve something, I forget. I look for the next. I don't live in the past. I live in the future.
When you achieve one thing, you forget about it.
I forget about it.
You see, like I came here, I was like, this is a very, very big property?
No, this is just a home. It's just a home.
Just for you?
Yeah, it's for me. All this is up to that house.
So, but you're just alone.
It's good. Treat yourself to good things.
You've totally healed now.
Until my doctor says I'm totally healed, I don't proclaim.
Yeah.
But what they check my blood check, everything.
Yeah.
I'm doing very well.
We thank God.
And you can have all the doctors. You can have all the quality medicine. But if your God is not with you, is not supporting you, it means nothing. I believe seriously in God. God's power is real.
And the one big legacy, I know you've done a lot of things. One big thing you'd wish people to always have in mind when they see Chris or they remember about Chris, CK.
Yeah.
It's a one legacy. You want people to always imagine and think when they...
Just remember the hard-working Kenyan who worked very hard.
Now, let me ask, with all this, now, are you still aspiring? What are some of those dreams you have?
Hey, I've got many dreams. Even to manage to help the Kenyan people, to help the youth, is also part of my dream.
But no politics?
No. That is not one of my menu because there is nothing you admire in politics in Kenya. In Kenya, you have to be a very specialized liar, a specialized fellow with a lot of money you didn't work for. They think you are a muheshimiwa.
Kumbe wapi?
But muheshimiwa with what?
With what?
With what? What have you done? Maybe not very much, but a lot of muheshimiwa in your own pocket.
Tell me about farming.
I have a big farm, about 1,000 acres.
Where?
In Thika. And about 15 acres of that farm, I created a lake.
Wow.
I have a lake Kirubi on the farm. It's big.
Yeah.
It's a very big lake.
Yeah. Why farming all of a sudden? You've been to
It's not all of a sudden. I've had that farm for 10 years.
But now that's where your passion is, of late.
I grow bananas.
Yeah.
About 250, 300 acres. I grow bananas.
Wow.
There are nobody with the banana plantation that I have.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the rest of the land, about 600 acres, I grow avocados. I like avocado because I'm growing them for export.
Wow.
They are not yet ready, but they'll be exported.
That's a good decision. Now, talking about your cars,
Yes.
which was your first car?
My first car
Yeah.
is a Mini Minor.
Yeah.
You got to go down to sit in a Mini Minor.
Yeah.
But
the small one.
Mini Minor,
Yeah.
they had reputation.
Yeah.
Those days, they were the real thing.
Yeah. Which car were you driving at this age?
At that age, I think, I don't know, I think I was in CMC.
Yeah.
I was driving many cars. The choice was mine because I was sales manager of CMC.
You must have confused them, Chairman.
It was not my mistake. It was just
He's a young
disaster,
man with
disaster.
the money
Yeah.
and a good job and good looks.
I was going to Kenyatta.
Yeah.
You reach there, you wait for a girl, she comes out.
Yeah.
But another guy goes to Kenyatta,
Yeah.
waits for a girl.
Yeah.
She looks outside, she sees he came
Walking.
without a car.
Just walking.
She says, please tell him I'm not in.
I need you to teach me one or two things about the cars. How was your childhood? Because I'm sure you didn't grow up with the Bentleys. Your parents. How was it, son?
I grew up in poverty. I learned to save money. I learned not to waste money. I've never smoked.
Wow.
I'm very careful. I have drinks, measured drinks. Therefore, I come from the grassroots. I did not inherit any wealth. This is all created by me. But this is not enough. The two rivers there, I built the two rivers.
Just allow me to take you back. Your parents.
My parents passed away when I was very young. Very young. That is a history I can contribute very little about.
Do you wish at some point they were alive to see you achieve all this and to see the successful person that...
You know, yes, but you believe in God, and God decides. He has a plan for everybody.
Yeah.
So you don't regret what happened to you.
Yeah, you don't.
To you, to them, to whatever is in God's will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is yours alone. Do you drive it or you driven?
I drive it. If my driver drives this car, he will go away. I will not find him again. Yeah.
This is awesome, CK. What's the final word you'll tell a young man?
You go and sit over there.
I will. What's the one thing you'll tell a young man like me who's aspiring to be an achiever like you? Someone who hopes one day...
I will tell you, work hard.
I work hard. I've been working hard.
And don't take anybody's money. Just work for yourself.
Someone said if you don't work with the government, chances of you getting money is limited.
No. The place you don't work is in the government. I don't trade with the government.
I work hard.
Just work hard. There is a lot of business outside the government.
So it's possible for a young man to start from nowhere and make it
yes,
in Kenya?
Yes, and don't go and bribe. Just work.
Just work. It's insured, right?
Why? I'm not an engineer for making the cars.
Yeah, so.
You can admire the car because there was an engineer who made it, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The car, you said it's insured, right? It's fully insured.
It's more than insured.
All right, so I want to try, just show me the ignition key. I just need to, in the middle, it's right here. Let me thank you very much. Where is my teacher who said I'm a complete joker?
At least you can say you started.
I can say I started the car. CK, this is absolutely amazing. 340 kilometers per hour. Sawa? Thank you very much. It's amazing. So this is it. This is what happens. So it's possible in Kenya. Bentley 340. I have no idea what's the name. That's a beautiful story of CK. Hii nikitoa watu wetu watauzwa hii. Okay, so let me stop. End journey. Hallelujah.